Hi everybody! So here today just to share a few tips about drawings that I wish I knew when I was like a teenager. But I discovered this like a few months ago, now that I'm 30, so full of regrets. Trying to not be upset about this. Sharing this with you will make me feel happy and better about all of this situation and stuff. So before I start with this, I highly recommend you this book, which basically contains all the stuff I've been learning and that I wish I knew back in the days when I was a kid. Drawing from a Pose from Tom Fox, really great book about anatomy. But again, the first pages, the first 20-30 pages contains a lot of tips about drawings and how to make your drawing practice way better. Now, before I even touch any of the topics that you can find in this book that I recommend you to buy and read, I want to share with you another important tip that I did discover again on another book that I'm gonna recommend you just now, which is basically how do I copy. I know that copying is not well seen in the drawing world. Most of us, when we were kid, we used to copy, and then something bad happened. People make shame of you or something if you copy, and you feel like you feel that you want to find your own style. You feel that people make you feel ashamed if you are copying other artists' drawings, and it's a mix of stuff. I don't want to explore I don't want to get into this right now, but I just want to tell you that I've been reading another book made from the Shonen Jump editors, these Japanese crazy dudes, that basically to young author, young people who dream to become author, they give this amazing advice which is copy. Try to copy your favorite author as much as you can at the beginning to find your technical skills, to improve your drawing technical skills, to understand stuff that you will need to approach on your own, style and pages and whatever and all the rest. So what I'm gonna just share here now, I was trying to think what to tell you about, like the tips, the stuff I've been learning like few, I touched like 7 points from the book of Tom Fox. But I do understand that one of the most important stuff to touch base first is forgive my English, guys, but like the most important thing for me right now is to share with you how to copy, because I do understand that it's not easy. I do understand that when somebody came to you and say, oh, you want to get better at drawing, start copying somebody. That's not easy. When I was in high school, I had a teacher, and she came to us. She gave us pages of this anatomy book, and like we have like portraits and stuff. And she was like, "Well done, like let's start copying these." And we were like left to ourselves with these pages, with these pictures, and we have like this huge blank page, like blank paper, and we have to copy that, and we didn't know where to start. So I took this amazing freezer from Toriyama, and I want to see if I can not copy all of it. We don't have the time to do this. I don't want to bore you guys, and I honestly don't want to do all the freezer. I'm gonna just focus on the face. So let me see if I can make this nice. Let me see if I can. Why the arrow is so? Okay. Bam, boom. Perfect. This is perfect. Okay. So, the point is this: copying isn't easy. Again, it's important to you to understand, to make your hand memorize stuff, and it's important to you, like now with AI, everybody's like like, oh, the machine is mixing stuff, is taking picture and whatever. That's how create. I mean, I was super upset about this. Like it was this dude talking about Hai, and I was saying like, oh, we just discovered that creativity is not such a thing as we have been told for ages, because basically we just discovered that if you mix random stuff, you just throw it away, like you just like vomit like this bunch of random stuff, mix it all together, you find something new. And basically that's what all of this is about. You have to you have to see to look around for stuff you like, and then you have to mix it. And again, this is something that is really maybe not well delivered to, especially to young artists. But this is it. Like if you like Toriyama, you probably like a bunch more authors. So you don't stop about Toriyama. You just keep like watching and looking for solution that other authors. Of course, just again, uh, just don't copy only maybe ah, don't copy only drawings from famous artists. Try to copy, of course, from reality. Try to copy, like from a model, whatever you like. But like for me, at the beginning, it's important to get better drawing skills, technically speaking, and drawing objects, drawing people that are moving around you, drawing an environment. That's a lot. That's a lot, and it's huge. Make you feel scared, make you feel insecure, make you feel that you want to give up and stuff like that. So I say start easy, step by step, go slow, do like like find something that it's at your level. In this case, like drawing from a picture, from a photo, from a drawing, try to copy a drawing on one of the other thing, like something that it's not moving, something that it's there, like start with if you want to do like drawing study from reality, start with objects. Don't go directly on people and stuff like that, but this is maybe for later. So what I was saying, I'm gonna try to do this. Maybe it won't be amazing, but just to let you understand how does it work. So I have here my freezer. I'm gonna look my freezer here, and I'm gonna see. I'm gonna go like, okay, I try. I try to replicate this as close as I can. I need to make this as close as I can because I need to make my high really focusing on details, on distances, on proportion, on all these important stuff that you need in order to achieve like a good drawing skills and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to make this freezer, bam bam, this super cool neck. I know it sounds really like dramatic, like you have to do the, but again, I'm serious here. I'm regretting I discovered this now, because if I knew about this when I was like in high school and I spent most of my time doing the wrong exercises, I would be way better now. Why I want to be better than what I am right now, that's a problem for my therapist. It's not up to discussion now, but like seriously, I get like not upset, but like you know let's hope for you guys. I just hope for you that like that you will do this before me and stuff. No, seriously, like I know like that now with internet people can get way better way sooner, but I was like maybe if I teach people how to get better, I won't get upset when I see somebody is better than me. This is my plan. um, so let's do this, let's do the nose, let's see the mouth, the teeth. I maybe won't focus on the, you know, all the signs here and stuff like that. I just want to focus on the head. Okay, 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 okay. Now, let's say I stop here, okay? Now, the important thing about this is that I have my drawing here, I have my original on the other side, and I can see differences. The point is this: the more you practice about this kind of exercise, the more you will be able to see differences immediately. That will mean that you are getting way better, that your eye is getting way better, and that you basically are like getting to a point where you I don't know how to say this, but like again, like you will get at that point where you will see like a slight, you know, like tiny details that makes a lot of difference when we are talking about you know, well done drawings and blah blah blah. So what you're gonna do is not just try to copy like picture drawings, whatever. And this is why again I'm saying that you should do this first, like the drawing from pictures and photos and drawings, and not from real life, unless you are copying like a book on your shelves, a bottle on the table, like something that is not going anywhere. Because at this point, at this stage, at the beginning, you have to check, you have to double check, triple check, maybe even more if you need. The challenge here is to make a copy of what you are copying, as close as much as you can. And if you are trying to copy the girl that is sitting at the cafe in Starbucks, and you are trying to draw her, and then like you want to check if you did, you know, the first thing, she's moving, that's a nightmare. Second thing, maybe you want to check if you did draw her nose properly, whatever. She just walk away, and you have nothing to check with. So at this point, you won't make the favor to yourself that you have something that is there, that you want to go to pee, you want to take a tea, you want to do whatever you want, and you have the chances to sit back again at your desk, and you have like all the resources, all this like all the instrument to make this stuff, whatever. So now let's go back on Freezer. I'm gonna try to be quickly as possible. So I can tell you from what I see here that this the how do you call the mandibular whatever, this part here is way smaller in the original. I make it too big and the head is larger, so like the shape is more thin at the bottom in the original than mine. So again, how do I do this? How do I check? Because again, I know, I do understand that it's not easy to do this. So we need to check. How do we check? We try to check with, you know, we start on a point and we start comparing that point to the most close elements to it. Okay, so for example, you see, I'm gonna start with my eye. Let's say I'm gonna start with my eye. Okay, so I start with my eye. I see, I try here. Okay, try to see that, you know, like all the details that you can grab from watching the original. How the line is, if the line is thicker than yours. In this case, like at the beginning, I made like the line of the eye way more thinner than it's supposed to be. So like again, my eye here is too huge, is bigger. The original one is way smaller, so probably it will be here. Do this all on the same level? Yes, because I'm stupid, of course. So do a favor to yourself. Put a locket on the previous one. maybe I can do this. Let's do this. Drop the opacity, put a locket, and work on a new one. So again, bam. So I was saying the eye is probably smaller, like the high of this high. Forgive my English, guys. The eye of this eye is smaller than I draw in the first place. Like the round shape of the pupil here, I can say that is, you know, like there is like some space here, some empty space. Maybe I can draw with a smaller brush, but again, I can see there is some space here. These are like you can believe, you can think like, oh, these are bullshit, this is like not very important, but like even these guys, like some distances, some small changing about this, and the eyes is looking somewhere else. So this is important because you have to get like better in recognizing this kind of small stuff. So again, bam bam bam. Let's say I made my eye. In this case, this is probably longer. Now, from here, I have my eye that is more or less way more similar to the original than it was before. And from here, I try to move to the closest elements and see how that is, like, what's the position of the next closest element to this, in order to see if I can, you know, keep track of the distances and stuff like that. So again, just to make your eye better, focusing on this kind of details. So what I can tell you immediately is that you see here, like this part here, you see that there is like a connection, between you know, like between the edge, the corner of the eye, and the corner of the head, where basically the head, the curved line of the head is starting of something. So let's say you see that I made that angle here, up here. You see that it's super high in comparison to where it should be. So I say, okay, I made a mistake here. I'm double checking this, and I'm basically looking, okay, it's probably slightly up. So if it's this, let's say that it's like a diagonal line, so it's here. So from here to here, and it goes way down, it goes down under the eye. Let's say that it goes like this. So I can see that this is going probably here, which is a straight line. Even if it's not complete line, you see it's not a complete line, but it's a straight one. So I see this part is way smaller than I used to, than the one I drew. And then I can see that here, you can see that, I know it's pixel, but you can see that the line doesn't just go like this. The line here, the jaw basically does this, gets out a bit. You see these few pixels. So I can say, okay, I'm gonna move just a bit from here, and then I'm gonna try to move here, and then I see that the chin is not a pointed one, but is another, again, like it's another, there are like other angles that I can check and say, okay, this is where it goes. Now I don't want to go immediately on the other side here. I want to get back on this part. I want to get back to this part and see, okay, this one, I angulated this maybe a bit less than what it should be. So I say probably it goes here, is rounded here, and it ends just a bit on top of the end of the jaw. And we have a line here, okay, and we have a line here, okay, and I start going up on the head. try again. Even here I can see that this is supposed to be smaller. Okay, now before doing this I want to see, okay, this is probably ending there. Like for example, I can see, if I want to be sure about where this is in like compared to the rest of the face, I can see this about something that I already draw. Okay, so something like this, I can see what's the relation between these, and I can see that it's like a diagonal line, like this kind of. So I say, okay, it's probably starting here, around here. And again, this compared to this, slightly diagonal, but less, just a tiny less. So probably something like this one. I close this one and I put a line here. Okay, now what I do have here, I can draw this and I can say, okay, this is going from here and is ending with an angle here. Okay, I can say where is the nose, like the nose, I drew the nose too up, too up, it's like it's just too high in comparison to where it should be. You see, this is probably okay. No, probably that's fine, because it's like no, because like if I go really horizontal with this, okay, it's almost there. But what is okay, it's this one, this one element, so it's way down here. I can see where this goes compared to this one. I can do something like this. And for the lips, again, I can see that the lips arrive to the nose. You see here, this part here. So I say, okay, this is going here, and this is going here. This is even way bigger. This the down lip, the upper lip and the down lip. I don't think it's down lip, but you get that. Okay, so bam 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 bam. I can draw this, I can draw this, and I can draw this. This is okay. Like I see now, they made a mistake, because this one is probably smaller, and this one is less diagonal. I made this like, you know, like the angles and whatever. So like I say, oh, I made this like tot degree whatever. So let's say that I made this like this. This is what I made here, but the original one is this one. So it's more similar to an horizontal line probably. And you know why do I see this? Because like the eye here is supposed to finish like this part is supposed to be higher than this. So this make me think, oh, it cannot be here, because like this is same level of this, same height, so it has to be higher. So this probably is lower than this. And you have to do this kind of thinking when you are checking and stuff like that. So again, taking this, okay, now this distance here, is too small. I probably need to make this upper, higher, whatever, something like this. It's probably not the best freezer ever seen, totally agree with you guys, but this is important to understand the process between, like, behind the copying mechanism or whatever, the copying process. So this here, and you can copy whatever. You can copy like cars, you can copy characters, you can copy like environments. Like again, this, like this one again. You see, like again, the angle stuff. I made this like this, but the original is probably this angle. And the moment you realize, the moment you are checking, you can correct that. Like this is probably here. It's not that thick line. I mean, it's a thick one, but it's not a thick. But it's about inking. So and then you can copy a lot of elements. You can copy the drawing, you can copy the composition, you can copy the inking, and all that copying will like stratify. Will make like basically skills over skills over skills of, you're gonna accumulate knowledge, you're gonna accumulate solution, you're gonna accumulate pictures, like the IE stuff. You're gonna remember, like I draw like these lips, and then when I'm gonna draw lips for a character that like I'm like left on my own and I need to draw lips, I will remember, oh, the lips I drew from Freezer, from Toriyama, look at like this, so probably if I draw lips like this, they won't look bad. And you're gonna be surprised of how fast results you can get about this. And again, like don't like, okay, I made like some mistake here about the neck, probably because this is here, but don't worry about this. This is like, you don't have to be super picky. If you made some mistake, that you can even leave it. The point is, you have to arrive to a point where you can see the mistake, because if you see the mistake, you can fix it. I know it can sound weird, it can sound too dramatic, whatever, but that's the point. If you see the mistake, you are winning, because there was like a moment during my studying that I discussed with friends that they were ahead of me in drawing practice and knowledge and stuff, and they show me stuff that I never seen. I didn't spot those stuff in my drawings, and they were like, oh no, you made mistakes here and there, and that hit me like a train, because I didn't see, I cannot see those mistakes. So this is the point of a skilled, well-trained eye, because you can be tired at the day, you don't want to go back and fix everything. You are happy with whatever you got, but the point is that you have the knowledge and the solutions to fix those stuff. So just finishing here, basically, blah blah. Freezer is done, blah, blah, blah. This is here, let's say that this is probably in here, and we have the neck, that is probably okay, I made some mistakes on the neck, but that's fine. I see that it's not exactly the same shape. This probably was this was probably here. Made this too much on the right, so of course all of these go like a waterfall. You just go like one after the other, and it drags all the rest, blah blah blah. So bam bam, we do a better looking, I mean, that original one still super cool. So probably something that I made a mistake again is the distance between the mouth and the chin is probably more similar to the one that I had in the previous one. It could be something like that, but you don't have to stop to a second checking. You can check a third time, and you can try to make sure that you are watching this. Like even this head is probably more squeezed, just a bit more squeezed, and stuff like that. But for sure, it's way better than the first trial. And I'm sure that if I go on top of this and I triple check it, it will be better. But the point is that you're gonna do this to get better high, better in recognizing proportion, better in recognizing those tiny details that make the copy as much as much as you can close to the original. And that's it. I try to make videos on Twitch speaking about this, but it's complicated to do that on live. This is why I'm trying to take time to do this. I honestly hope that this is not too long, and I do hope that this could help. Please let me know if you need more clarification about this. I'm sure that there's gonna be more even better ways to learn about drawings, but believe me when I say that copying from masters will make your learning process faster and will help you a lot, incredibly a lot. And this is not a random silly guy behind the webcam telling you this. These are again like important people, like people that have been working for one of the most important magazine in Japan, with the most amazing artists around the world. And so really this is working really well. You just have to practice. And this is again the point of me telling this, that I wish I knew before, is just because you need time to do this. You need a lot of time, and it requires effort, because you have to physically spend times on the desk doing this. And this is something that when you are young, you are more willing to do. You are more willing to spend hours copying, instead of even don't stress yourself too much about try to figure out your own style, because that's gonna be a consequences of you studying, copying, stealing, for Christ's sake, stealing from the author that you love, because that's the point. You're gonna mix stuff. AI didn't invented anything. Now people are bragging about oh, we discovered that creativity is not that such a thing, because it's just mixing random stuff. Well done, a big applause to you, because it's always been like that. You mix what you love, what you like, and you change stuff. You try to shake it super quickly. You try to make a super refreshing point of view, not point of view, again, in the book they tell you how to create characters and stuff, and you have to mix stuff that you like, stuff that you have seen. The only idea of being original all over, every time on everything, blah blah blah, that's insane. Make you just be blind in the darkness, because you have nothing to grab that will help you get stronger in this madness. This is learning how to draw. So I do hope this will be helpful. I will see if I can do maybe other more videos to explain this better in the future, but for now I do hope this is enough. Again, try to copy as much as you can, and double check, triple check. That's kind of thing. That's the thing. Oh, and of course you can always do the super scary part, which is basically this. You're gonna take I'm gonna take freezer. Did I drop this? No, it's not working. Let's try if we can do this quickly, just to show you. Very probably this is gonna be super bad, because it's gonna be pixeled. No, okay, super fast. But yes, whatever. Come on, I said yes. Oh no, it's super huge. Okay, so I'm gonna probably put it here and see the differences. Let's duplicate and let's see. Okay, you see, I basically No, maybe I can do this. Let's see. Okay. No, still not him, but pretty close. Pretty close. I'm happy. I'm happy with this. Bye guys. I hope this helped.